Welcome back to No Comics for Old Men. Here we are at Haven for Heroes closed shop for at least until the second week of January. We're hoping to open back up. So we're not closed by the state, but we're right on the New Jersey, Pennsylvania border. So New York, tri-state, we're the true tri-state. We're right there. A lot of our customers come across the border, and we all congregate to play Magic and to talk about comics. So just to keep our customers safe, we decided just to shut it down. Gave us Christmas off, and we could afford to do it, so there we did it. So I'm going to talk about something, a collection I got in probably 2 years ago, and I haven't been able to move some of the items that I got from it. Maybe y'all can help me out. And look on eBay, and I check these all the time, and we're always looking to move stuff we get. We don't pay much for certain stuff because we don't know what it's worth, but I think it's really cool, and I wanted to make sure it didn't end up in a dumpster, so I paid something for it. So here's one of the first things. This is the DC Comics color chart on the GraphScan printer, and this is all the numbers that they use for the computer. So the collection was that of Bob, I believe it's pronounced LaRose. He was a colorist for DC for 30 years. It was part of his collection. It was not the entirety. One of his relatives brought it in. We made a deal on it, and this is some of the stuff out of it. So we have a key color control, yeah, help me out. I thought I said it like 9 times before we started the video.
Color control bar.
Color control bar at the top. These also have, hopefully we can get a B-roll, or maybe you can see it and we can zoom in on it. They have a control number, and then what it is, DC's static number 3, direct section 1. I don't know if that's actually what it looked like in the direct, or if that was just for the test purposes. But yeah, it's just the cover. It's for color correction. They check to make sure all the colors with this are correct. I don't know how they do it now, but that's how they did it then. Here's a nice Adventures of Superman 497 with, says that directly down at the bottom. Has the key color control bar. Sandman 25. It's weird how this one has the control bar cut off. You can see just a touch of it up at top on the front and on the back, but still has a rough cut edge with the thing on the bottom. Something everybody's been looking for, the DC Universe logo. There's Batman 507. The color correction of that, of the elusive DC Universe cover. And I probably should have left this for last. It also came with the notes for 507 for the color correction, with an acetate over it, which he wrote directly on, making notes and annotations about color correction. And then it also came with this, which is the acetates. Now, I know a lot of people, I've looked on the internet about the acetates. I've seen some that have sold on eBay, and some of them do sell, and not too bad of money. It's pretty decent. But people are like, oh, you could just get an acetate and make a copy of it, and that's why people don't trust them or buy them. But this is pretty cool. That's the black layer. Then I believe that's the blue layer. So this is a 4-layer cover. So this has all 4 layers. I think if you trim this off, or just peeled the tape off and framed these, all 4 of them, and put them on the wall with the different colors, if I don't sell it, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on the wall, because like all separate, that would make a killer shot. And then you add You know, I'll probably put this up as a lot because it's all the different steps in the creation of this. Ooh, don't want to drop it. In the creation of this cover. So, you know, if nothing else, I mean, it's a really cool piece of history of how this is done and the process. Then we got another DC logo. It's Justice League of America, number 97. I really hope to get some comments on this. I'm really interested to know what people think. Would they like, you know, would this be something you'd put up on your wall? I have a bunch of them. I have a lot of them. And here's another interesting piece that I got. The color control bar is dropped off, but this is a hand written note to Bob. That was LaRose or LaRousse. It says, thanks for all your fussing. I think it was worth it. I really like the way it turned out. Right, so this is Booster Gold number 14. Now, Dan Jurgens and DeCarlo were the artists on the cover. I don't know. It doesn't have a signature, it has initials. So I don't know. It could have been the editor. It could have been one of those artists. It could have been the artist from the interiors. It could have been the writer. I'm not sure, but there are initials there. Just another cool little piece of history. You know, when you buy these lots. So my store's located, like we talked about at the beginning, in the tri-state, right above New York City, about 60 miles. So during this period, DC Comics was still located in New York City. So was Marvel. Artists and writers lived usually in a vicinity around, either in New York City, and a lot of them out in the suburbs, even in PA and New Jersey. Just draw a 100-mile radius around New York City, and you can find all kinds of art, stuff like this, all over the place if you look hard enough. And if you own a comic book store, it comes walking through the door. So, yeah, I got a few more. Got a couple other acetates to show you. This is a cool question, number 34. Catwoman 8. Nice Justice League Europe. Some of them have some damage to them. But you know, if you're a Batman fan and you want to have something that other Batman collectors don't have, you know, get you one of these. Number 527. Nice Two-Face cover. Yeah, not too. I don't know how many of these they printed to check. From what I was told, usually these got thrown away. Why some of these were saved, I don't know. I don't know. They're most of them aren't anything out of the ordinary of you know, anything happening. There's the one Superman with, I want to say that's the second appearance of Doomsday. But yeah, pretty cool. Then here's an acetate for Camelot 3000. This will probably be really hard to see. Maybe if we can put up white. So how does that look? Yeah, that looks a lot better. So that book has no inherent value. Camelot 3000. Incredible cover. I mean, you know, the art on it's amazing. But we also have here Detective. This is just the black and white. Let's see what number we have here. 652. So there's the black layer over that. Very cool. And then we got Knight's Quest. Now, he was not happy with this cover. The amount of notes that are on here, I would just start over. I'd just be like, all right, we'll throw it away. When he started marking it up, why didn't he just call the guy and go, just start over, get it right? But like, this guy took his job very seriously. DC must have been very happy with him. Like I said, he worked there for 30 years. Very accomplished artist himself. He worked in the advertising world in New York early on. I have some of his early stuff before he went to work for DC in the collection, and maybe I'll bring that out when I can find it, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, I have a comic box with yeah, just a ton more of his stuff. Oddly enough, like here's his signature where he colored this. He didn't do the art, he just hand colored it. It's pretty cool. And here's a Wonder Woman. Looked like maybe he was going to color that just to like a black and white. Just like some really oddball stuff. If you're like a collector that you know, buys oddball things, it's one of those oddball things you want to have in your collection. Thanks for coming by. Keep reading comics. The reason I love comics so much is the storytelling. I'm very attached to storytelling, and I think I've always felt that comics tell a story in a different way than any other type of literature, and it's a lifelong love of mine. I want to thank my other partner in crime, Ken Faggio, who's, when there wasn't a, you know, when our schedules were right and there wasn't a pandemic, that's why it's no comics for old men, because there used to be two of us. And our other buddy when we were young was Mike Fusco, an incredible artist on it, and they got me into comics, and you know, thanks a lot. Now I have a store. It's packed full of stuff that I need to sell. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and we're going to put our link to our eBay store. If you're looking for comics, we have some on there, some toys, video games too. Maybe you'll find something there. Help us out, keep us going until this pandemic's over. We'd appreciate it. Take care.